after taking Mexico to 14 victories in 4 tournaments of the Maccabea Games. That's the confirmation on the announcer in the stadium, as well as C.R. Sri Krishna opens the second half with his whistle. St. Kitts kicking it off as Mauritius did in the first. Frederick Serra's goal stands as the difference between the two sides. Mauritius in whites and blues and St. Kitts in their red. Pressure already on the Mauritian defence from the substitute Winsroy Nelson, who's got pace.
Don't want to start sloppy. Managed to get themselves through to half-time, holding on to that lead.
That's the confirmation of that substitution. Javon Mori made a bit of a mistake there in conceding 2 consecutive corners towards the end of that first half. Is out. Gives a chance for Winsroy Nelson, the 21-year-old, to impress. Find ourselves, this is a side that's been put together because a lot of their first team starters are not available to Jacques Passy and his staff. A lot of these guys have been spotted in the CONCACAF under 17 and under 20 tournaments, so very young, 24.5 the average age of the squad. Come with the right intent, it's got to be said.
No nonsense defending as well. That's exactly what you've got to do. If in doubt, kick it out, get your shape back.
Mervyn Jocelyn losing possession of the ball. Perticots couldn't reach it before the Kittitians. Justin Springer, who registered the first shot on goal for St. Kitts in the 40th minute, has started the net, and he'll be really disappointed with Tyrone Hanley. Plenty expected from him, of course, and none more so than an equaliser on that occasion.
It's a good start to the second half, isn't it, from St. Kitts? They've shown a little bit of purpose, shown a little bit of guts and determination as well. What a great ball in that was. And when you're running on and attacking a ball there, Hanley, however he's put that over, he's only 7 yards out. He's just almost gone underneath the ball to head it, rather than it hitting his forehead. If that hits his forehead, it just screams into the top corner and they're all square. A little warning sign there for Mauritius as well.
He's only been called into the national team after a gap of almost 2 or 3 years, I'm told, by the team manager. Called up for the 2012 Caribbean Championship qualifications. Has played most of his career in St. Kitts and Nevis. Here's another ball forward. Frederick Serra ahead. Perticots is waiting for a pass, but he's got way too much skill to stop expressing himself. Another good cross comes in. Mervyn Jocelyn is there. Releases the shot with his left foot, and a good save. And if that wasn't there, it would have hit the post or maybe even the side netting.
That was going in. There's no doubt about that. I was right behind that. It was a wonderful effort from Jocelyn, but who started it all off again? Kevin Brew with the initial ball forwards.
Good header once again at the near post. Great pressure on the counter from Mauritius.
Here's that chance again. Jocelyn just using the overlapping run of Dorsa. That's going in, I'm telling you. It's a fantastic save from the keeper. He's done ever so well to get there, and you can see just the fingertips pushing it narrowly past the post. Good play.
Good ball once again. He looks busy already. That's the substitute Winsroy Nelson. Just slips over in trying to take on the defender on that occasion.
You've just given him the commentator's curse there, haven't you, Anand?
Jocelyn on that occasion with the pass towards Balisson. Perticots. Good team, given a great account of themselves, have Mauritius in this tournament so far. Much better than what their ranking suggests by all means. Kevin Bruce lost possession of the ball. Referee's playing on here. St. Kitts have got the ball. Kimari Rogers on the right hand side. Crosses it in. Who's his target? Well, it was Carlos Berti. Well dealt with once again by Rasolo Fonorino.
They are trailing by a goal to nil. You expect more to get forwards and in an advanced position there. That opportunity just a few moments ago where they went close, Decent ball from Perticots coming in. And Jocelyn, you go from this angle, it just creeps in my opinion. Good save.
A touch too many on that occasion, which is why Mauritius have won possession back. And if that touch hadn't come from there's a leader, it would have made things a lot easier for Perticots, who still got the ball, by the way. Sarah brings in a tackle, and it had to be cleared by Gerard Williams, and it'll bring in a throw in for Mauritius.
Somersault went down on the halfway line. There was a big clash there, and he's managed to gingerly get back to his feet now. But after a fantastic start to the second half from St Kitts, Mauritius have managed to regroup themselves, and that will please Phil on the bench. He'll be very happy that they've managed to weather that little bit of a storm. Went close to that opportunity, so all doom and gloom for them. Sportingly, Mauritius give the ball back. Kids have kicked it out, so that's what we like to see.
Fair play.
Yep. Slightly different formation this second 45 minutes. They pushed two men on a little bit more, St Kitts, as opposed to having those extra bodies in the middle of the park. It's almost like a 4-3-3.
And Winshaw Nelson on the left-hand side of that front three. We're supposed to inject the pace that they've been missing so far. Mauritius might be getting ready with the change for themselves as well. They're following a similar format. It's almost strange to see the team sheet when we got it yesterday, Mace, that it was absolutely in numeric order, 1 to 11. Today they've made one change. Number 1's gone out. Number 16, Casern, came in.
To be honest, I can't remember the last time I saw that, a 1 to 11.
As you didn't see a number 181 either on the bench.
Change will come now.
That's all we'll see from Perticots on this occasion. Once again look lively on that left-hand side for Mauritius, on the back of many an attack. And his place will be taken by Chiffon. Came on as a substitute in the previous game as well.
Yep. Too bad, to be fair. Kevin Perticots. Chiffon was the one that had those shots that went out for throw-ins, so maybe he'll have been having a little bit of shooting practice. Let's hope so.
It's the second game for Mauritius as well. Chiffon, good opportunity for him, a good opportunity for a lot of these players to cement their place. They've played against what was a superior opposition in the Blue Tigers and put them under pressure for long periods of time. It's a great beginning under Francisco Filho already. The job is not done yet. It's only 1-0 on the scoreboard. Something they'd like to change very quickly, and something that St Kitts and Nevis would love to change ahead of their challenge against India.
Looking to work the channels. What India do as well. See if you're going to play in there. You want to try and hold that ball up in that sort of area so that you can really apply pressure after you've turned the defence.
Comfortable with the ball as well, Mauritius. Every player just capable of just holding it for a couple of seconds before releasing a pass. None more so than their captain Kevin Brew. Passes it to Palisson that occasion. Substitute Chiffon combining an attack there with Ernard. Jeffers looking for Winstroy Nelson on that occasion. A push from the back.
Nothing in that. Absolutely nothing in that. If you watch what he does here, he tries to jump in front, he tries to be clever. Just slightly raised. There's really not too much in that. He's already looking for the referee on the way down.
They've been around longer than St. Kitts have, that's for sure.
Look vexed at all, does he? At all?
Looks pretty relaxed as well. Sean Serra's goal at the moment, the difference between the two sides, 55 minutes played, and Jacques Passy, the Mexican coach, looking for a response from his team. That's the goal scorer, and this is how it came about from Balasson's cross.
Great ball in from Balasson, but where is the marking? Springer got caught ball watching. Everybody got caught ball watching because he's not the tallest lad on the pitch. Serra did ever so well just to ghost in there, guide it past the keeper more than anything.
Keeper looked in no man's land as well. Just that hint of an indecision from him coming off his line. Cannot be blamed for a defensive mistake. Brings the ball in, and Jonathan lit up. But unfortunately his header sailed over the bar.
How has he done that? Lovely ball floated in. He's got up really well, and instead of just guiding it down, tries to flick it and put a little bit of power into it. That's the second opportunity that they've had to bury this game and really make sure they get themselves that comfortable advantage. It's a chance.
Yeah, it's a big miss on that occasion. Jonathan Justin still looking for his first goal for the national team in his 5th appearance.
See why?
He's a number 9. He's got to start finding the back of the net more often, that's for sure. Springer. Oh, good piece of skill. Ari Rogers. That occasion. Players who's expected to script this turnaround that Jacques Passy and his team are looking for. Come on, this occasion, at the moment, Mauritius on the attack. After all the pace injected in the first 10-12 minutes or so, just slowed down a little bit more, and missed passes beginning to appear once again from St. Kitts.
Said Mauritius weathered the storm, and that's the important thing, to do that, and then look to build to play. That's exactly what they're doing.
There's one good thing, it has become a lot cooler here at the arena.
Unbelievably hot to freezing cold. Weren't sweating as much at half time, were we, Anand?
Nah, it's certainly cooler. It's not as hot and humid as when we began this hour mark. One goal down are St. Kitts, and they might be looking for some more changes. Meanwhile, they have to deal with this attack from Mauritius, which comes in from the left hand side from their substitute, Chiffon.
This isn't a finisher when he comes forward, is he? I mean, that was not the best effort from him.
The more Mauritius keep missing these chances, the more St. Kitts will feel like they're in it.
100%, because it only needs a lapse in concentration or a mistake, and then you can get punished.
But those shoulders haven't quite dropped. Rogers, little heavier than he wanted it to be, that pass on that occasion. The idea was right, execution not quite what was required from Jacques Passy and his team.
Turned it well there. He was off his line very quickly and just denied that space straight away. Again, Sailor had a good game today, very good game.
Combined very well with Doza as well. It's been a good partnership on the left hand side between Balasson and Pertecourts, on the right between Serra and Doza. It's a team that knows what it's doing. Francisco Filho are shaping it into a very well-oiled unit. Jocelyn was looking for Palace on that occasion. It moved forward and the ball went slightly back. An hour completed in this game. Mauritius ahead, but only just. St. Kitts are beginning to find opportunities. Let's remind ourselves, one of their centre halves is on a yellow card.
I don't think it'll come to that though, Anand. I do think as well, Mauritius do have enough about them to take the win here.
The legend. I'm Vijay, just having a conversation with the national team head coach, Stephen Constantine.
Interesting speaking to him over the last few days and his thoughts and ideas. Nice to catch up with him and a little bit of a joke with him as well. Oh, he's keenly fond of you, Anand. Like speaking to you and enjoys doing that.
And he's been always highlighted the room, that the work that's been put in by the backroom staff as well. And Mauritius on the attack. We'll just continue that conversation in a second. Kevin Brew with lots of space. Jocelyn enters the box. That was threatening from Mauritius, but again, Trizan Leader was there with all his experience, the most capped player in this St. Kitts squad at the moment. I haven't seen him talk too much to his troops on the pitch as well. Almost on autopilot at the moment. If it wasn't for Jacques Passy in the technical area, he'd probably be just having a kickabout. Another substitution once again for St. Kitts, who already made 3 the beginning of this half. That's all we'll see of Carlos Bertie in this game, because Tishan Hanley, the birthday boy, and Tiran Hanley's brother, is ready to come on. Big unit.
He's a big lad. He will be causing a problem or two. That's what we spoke about, that these sides from the Caribbean bring big physicality, strength, power and pace.
Marked as a striker in their squad. Somebody who scored a goal almost 2.5 years ago for St. Kitts, and that's something. That's a record that almost all the players marked in attacking positions will want to change. Meanwhile, Mauritius in an attacking position here. Good opportunity once again. Great ball for Sarah, who could double the lead here. Block comes in. Jonathan Justin still keeping possession for Mauritius. Kevin Brew. He did well there, Jonathan Justin, but just not enough. There's a player down as well, and that is why C.R. Sri Krishna has blown the whistle.
And I tell you what, the St. Kitts players are not happy at all. Francis getting it right and absolutely spot on that occasion. Stayed forwards as he brought the ball out from defence. So a little bit disappointed, knows he should have done better. Another change as well, Anand.
It looks like Jocelyn's going to come off, and Harrell will be coming in. For his first cap for Mauritius as well. Ties a trade with Bolton City Wisey, does Harrell. Holding the ball there, the referee, C.R. Sri Krishna. Jonathan Justin looks absolutely spent once again. Love to have that go in the back of the net, that header that he let sail over the bar.
He's well off and well above the ball as well. Unbelievable how he's got to hit the target. You do have to say that.
Right, the goal scorer from the previous game for Mauritius is off. Mervyn Jocelyn had another good game today. Certainly had the legs to go the 90, but has been taken off by Francisco Filho, who's giving an opportunity here to Nick Harrell. A midfielder in place of a midfielder, but certainly looks to be a more defensive one. A bit surprising.
They'll learn to win. They'll learn how to see games out, and sometimes you have to be professional to try and do that. Still plenty of time left in the game, though.
It was a good tackle coming in from Petrus Williams on that occasion. Mauritius still somehow managed to win that ball back. However, it's a throw-in for St. Kitts at the moment. Springer, Trezan Williams, the Trezan leader, the captain. That's the big lad. Hanley brothers combining on that occasion. Still managing to win it on that occasion was Tishan Hanley, who's moved forward. A great ball for him. And just couldn't convert it. Could Kimari Rogers. A good save from the goalkeeper as well, who came off the line early.
I'll tell you what, he knew nothing about that with that save. He really didn't. But he reacted extremely well. Good play from Hanley. A lovely ball just rolled into the path. And gets away with it.
Oh, substitution for India when there was a corner on. That time they were defending. This time a corner for St. Kitts has also got a substitution in. A punch comes in from Kassan, the goalkeeper. Mauritius are out of trouble, but only for now. Kevin Benjamin's the man who's come on.
It's okay to make a change if you've got an attacking corner. It's only defensively because people don't know what they're doing, which is why you seldom see it happen. No, I say starting to show his anger from the technical area.
Great ball though for Kimari Rogers on that occasion. A real opportunity that St. Kitts have had.
It is as bizarre as it sounds.
Well done there by Gerard Williams. That occasion gives it forward. Johannes Mitchum. It's a combination that's working much better since Tishan Hanley's come on. C.R. Krishna's not happy at all over there. Jacques Passy probably wanted the advantage to be played on that occasion.
I think that was a naughty challenge. See it from there. He's out a little bit, but there's no, and you could see straight away that they were aware that that wasn't the cleanest of challenges. But again, another silly free kick to concede in and around the area.
Rogers, who had the opportunity to equalize a couple of moments ago, has the opportunity to put a good ball in here with a set piece. A couple of big boys in there as well for St. Kitts. The header comes in and another one, but just not finding the direction. Justin Springer, another centre half who moved up in attack, not for the first time. He's had a chance on goal.
Didn't have the spring in the step there, did he? Didn't get up high enough. Always stretching and leaning for it. He knows. Should have done a little bit better.
Kassan started taking goal kicks. Gives an opportunity for the fullbacks to move forward.
Why would you have a goalkeeper? Seriously. Particularly at national level as well, international level. You can't take a goal kick. If they get injured during the game, you can understand, but it's part and parcel of the game now. The goalkeepers can use their feet, that they can move around with it, they can play.
Dosa. Many a battle with Nasri in the game against India. Reinforcements are helping St. Kitts, no doubt about that. Looking a livelier unit than they did 20 minutes ago.
Pressure.
Maybe Jacques Passy's just hit upon a better combination ahead of the game against India.
They'll have had another couple of days here, then they'll be a little bit more acclimatized. It's not going to be a stroll in the park, let me tell you, for India. It's going to be a very, very tough test.
Oh, the boys will be absolutely up for it. Winning momentum is with them, and wouldn't want that breaking any time soon. 9 wins in a row already. Mauritius, however, are winless in 7. That's something they'd love to change. Scoreline's helping them at the moment. Played on by the referee on that occasion. Rogers falls. That'll be a foul. Ernard, the culprit on that occasion.
Take one for the team. That's a good foul. We saw a good yellow card in the first half from Francis. Ernard there knew exactly what he was doing. As they were on the quick counter attack again there. Takes him out.
A bit of a Brazilian-Mexican battle as well in the technical area. Francisco Filho just giving a few cold stares to the Mexican coach of St. Kitts. Time's running out indeed. The assistant coach is well aware of that.
Starting to get a bit more animated, Filho, isn't he? Sunglasses are gone now as well, Anand.
Yep. The business end. About 20 minutes to go in this game. Find a goal. This is the moment when India absolutely took the game away from Mauritius. They look spent on that pitch. It's been an early start as well today at 5:30.
It was incredibly hot earlier.
Justin's missed pass on that occasion.
It was actually the right thing to do. It's just Chiffon hadn't moved.
They look shocked almost.
But that he got a ball back from Justin.
Certainly not looking for his namesake on that occasion in the center of the St. Kitts defense. He's not shy of tackling his Hanley at all. His brother's gone off the pitch, but he's got a new almost ambition to the St. Kitts attack.
It was an awful ball though from Harrell. Just didn't have the pace on there. He's just acknowledging to the bench because he's getting an absolute ticking off from the bench. And he put his side right in the mire.
It was a headache or two to Anas and Sandesh come Thursday with Tishan Hanley, a regular member since 2015.
Power and strength they'll have come up against the ISL. Foreign Brigade that come in and by their trade here as well, so they should be accustomed to it. I've got a feeling that they're not going to be scared of what they've seen here. They'll be looking forward to the test and the challenge.
Looks like a handball from Ernard on that occasion. It's a free kick in an interesting position for St. Kitts if they can put a good ball in here with the set piece. Sid Palace on the culprit on that occasion. No intention there whatsoever, but he couldn't move his hands away from the body, of course. Right, opportunity for St. Kitts. Kevin Benjamin will deliver the ball. Justin Springer, the centre half, is in. Captain Trizan Leader in there as well. And the big lad, Tishan Hanley.
It's all about the quality of delivery here.
Benjamin with the ball. Header comes in. Good defending from Mauritius. They knew they were marking their right men. Didn't release a free header whatsoever. Cheer goes up from the kids watching this at the Mumbai Football Arena. Backing the underdog here.
You know that they're going to throw everything forward to try and get an equaliser.
Justin Springer with the ball forward. Good header. Tishan Hanley's there to receive it. Gives it back towards Gerard Williams. A grounded cross dealt with quite easily by Francis. His standards, that was as easy as it gets. Certainly coming into their own now, St. Kitts are. It's only in November 2015 that the team traveled to Europe for the very first time. Did that again this year. Games against Georgia and Armenia. Games they lost by a collective margin of 8-0.
Can't buy that experience. That's the thing, playing against European teams.
Mentioned missing a few key players as well. It's something that would hamper their preparations for any tournament they look forward to, whether it's the Caribbean Cup or the CONCACAF.
Same for all clubs, national teams all over the world.
Great ball for Dorza. He's got plenty of space. Serra was the man who released it. Dorza with the cross and an important interception from Justin Springer.
Jonathan Justin made a fantastic run there because he dropped his shoulder to go to that near post and Springer went in there. Almost the perfect ball in from Dorza. Watch Jonathan in the middle. Makes that run, then ducks in between the two defenders.
It was not Jonathan, it was Springer. The corner taken very quickly indeed. A shot from Chiffon on that occasion. St. Kitts were found napping. They'll have to concentrate hard here because Mauritius are still on the attack. Ernard chips it towards the man who took the corner in the first place, Kevin Bruin. This could be threatening. The assistant referee, I think, is just suggesting that it was last touch from Kevin Bruin.
Such a wrong decision, that. You can see Kevin Bruin's face. He's not happy at all with that.
Two more substitutions getting ready for Mauritius in the meanwhile. And Rangasamy seems to be one of them, which means that Mauritius are definitely looking to double their lead over here. A bit adventurous here from the keeper. Jamal Jeffers. Almost thought he was a midfielder in the making. He's back in his position now, which will draw a sigh of relief from Jacques Passy, who's absolutely livid with his team on that occasion. Chiffon, the idea was right once again, just couldn't communicate well enough with Serra, the goal scorer. As Jamal Jeffers, the goalkeeper, applies it straight for St. Paul's in St. Kitts and Nevis Super League. Jonathan Justin's done for this evening and on his tour to India, and Jason Rangasamy will take his place.
Yep. No surprise there. Rangasamy just bring a little bit of pace towards the end of the game, which is exactly what they need now, because they'll have to defend, so they'll look to turn St. Kitts and apply the pressure that way.
Well, he'll learn as time goes on with Jonathan Justin. Put in everything on the pitch except for the finish.
You have to have that, though. You have to have that finishing touch, as there's going to be another card here.
I'm not sure if there was a card there, but one thing's for sure, there is a substitution getting ready for Mauritius once again. Looks like Dupree St. Martin is going to come on. Meanwhile, there is a free kick to be dealt with, and St. Kitts have the opportunity to still equalize. It's been a long time, almost an hour since Mauritius first scored in this game. And that'll be all from Ernard, who's had a bit of a mixed bag of a game. Looked really good in the first half of the first half, if I could call it that, Mace.
So you mean the first 22.5 minutes? First quarter of the game.
Thanks for that. It's always good to have you around to do all the mathematics.
You're the man with the maths, don't worry about that. Quite really, you are the man with the maths. That's a personal joke with me and Alan.
Alisson couldn't clear it on that occasion, but the ball has still fallen kindly for Mauritius.
Shoot.
Serra has got the opportunity to double his tally. Chiffon is up in front as well. Is it 2-0? It will not be 2-0 because he absolutely blazes that shot. And it certainly didn't look like he was looking for goal.
He's done it again. Twice against India and once here. Why isn't there an ounce of composure there?
Meanwhile, an opportunity here for St. Kitts. The keeper had come off, had been beaten, and just somehow St. Kitts have conspired not to equalise.
Sounds like an absolute nightmare. Here's the one earlier though. It's a great pass. A lovely pass from Sarra. I thought he might have gone for goal himself. He's teed it up nicely, but he's lashed at the ball. It's an awful attempt. Then quite literally straight away at the other end, Nelson with the opportunity. Sen doing just enough again. End-to-end stuff.
They're on a collision course here, both teams at the moment. More mistakes are creeping up in both teams' games at the moment. As Francis falls down and C.R. Sri Krishna gives it Mauritius' way, sorry.
Did just get caught. Talk about the 15 rolls afterwards though.
As one for the cameras.
Still rolling now.
Rangasamy on the right hand side for Mauritius.
They're desperate for the win. You have a look, there's still 8 minutes to go, yet they're all doing the professional things, taking the ball into the corner, trying to kill the match. And you've got to say that that's how you learn.
Meanwhile, a substitution for St. Kitts. Virat Williams is off and Clyde Mitchum is in. Cleared by Justin Springer on that occasion. Francis Palisson. Still no sign of Francisco Filho in the technical area, which means he's a lot more relaxed than Jacques Passy is at the moment, because it's his team that needs to force a result here. Kevin Bruce got the ball. This could be danger for St. Kitts. Rangasamy is there for support. He turns. Does he have a chance to shoot? Not quite, so he gives it to Doza on the right hand side, who's teeing up a shot, but Serra's got the opportunity to double the lead. Takes a slight deflection on that occasion and draws a save from Jamal Jeffers.
Once again, no, Serra showing his did ever so well. Good as how the opportunity and the chance had gone. Great strike, great save.
Yeah, could have just sneaked in that ball. And absolutely no doubt makes about the fact that he is the hero of the match. Not just the goal at the moment that stands as the difference. The opportunities.
He's had a couple of opportunities, a couple of assists. We've seen some lovely skills from him. His work rate has been absolutely tireless, and he's always covered his fullback. So not only does he go forwards, he gets back as well. That's thoroughly good performance from him. And so far, a very good 84 minutes.
Look at the number 7. Keep your eyes out for him, because he just keeps running on that pitch, box to box.
It's not easy to do. It really isn't. Not that the average player runs about 12 to 14 kilometres per game. He must be just above those figures, because he just doesn't stop the whole time. He's just a bundle of energy.
Really, and credit to the backroom staff as well for Mauritius, as we were discussing for the Blue Tigers. Work that's been put in by Danny Deegan, the goalkeeping coach Rogerio Ramos, Chichi George as well, the physio.
Again, look, at the end of it, Going from out to in to try and create a few problems from that right hand side, making that diagonal run. Look at him, he looks absolutely shattered, but he won't stop until he either physically can't do it anymore or until the final whistle goes.
Five minutes to go. Regulation time, at least, at the Mumbai Football Arena. Shakbasi just bellowing instructions from the technical area at the moment. Absolutely livid with some of his teammates. Some of his team members, rather. Young enough to be a part of the team.
Side, isn't he, Kevin Brook?
Kyle is striving, stretches its arms towards perfection, as they say, and Jacques Serra has been the embodiment of that. Hanley with a chance to equalize. Good ball forward once again. Kimari Rogers has the opportunity and has the goal that he couldn't find about 15 minutes ago. And that causes wild celebrations, not just in the technical area of St. Kitts and Nevis, but also amongst the 11. And Mauritius know that they have let an opportunity slip by on this occasion. A great ball, Mace.
They've only got themselves to blame, haven't they? It's a lovely ball through, and Kasern hasn't helped the situation because he hesitates in coming out. Should I, shouldn't I come? In the end, he's caught in no man's land, but it is a cool, calm finish straight through the keeper's legs. No look pass as well from Hanley, who's been a revelation since coming on. You feel he'll get the start against India, but that is a cool finish from Rogers right at the death as well, and it just breaks the hearts of Mauritius, whose winless streak could now continue.
Yeah, that's disappointing from Mauritius. But Kimari Rogers will be absolutely elated with that effort. Of course, set up the winner for Carlos Bertie in the only win they've had this year against Barbados earlier. This time has scored the equaliser.
You have to say, though, on the second half performance, they deserve something from the game. But Mauritius, they'll just kick themselves all the way back home because they've had really good chances to win this.
They still might get the result that they were looking for. They almost had. There's a appeal for a handball. C.R. Sri Krishna looked at it, thought about blowing it as well.
That's handball, in my opinion. That is a handball. Quite clearly, the arm moved towards the ball there, and I'm surprised that not more players called for it. You watch this. Look at the arm. There. Ooh, it's right in the corner. Right in the corner, is it? The arm has moved towards. That's almost on the bicep. That, for me, could have been a penalty.
Lucky man. An unlucky Mauritius on that occasion.
It's not luck, Alan. They've only got themselves to blame. They've created the opportunities, they've created the chances to kill this game off. They had a really good chance in the first half and a really good chance in the second half, and they haven't managed to take them, and because of that they've been punished. It was all going so well for them, but then just a couple of minutes ago they've been carved apart there, because that is a magnificent ball play through from Hanley. I don't care what you say, and the finish was absolutely sublime as well. And they deserve a little bit of credit here, because the last sort of 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes, St. Kitts really have tried to get back into this game and go for it.
Some inspired substitutions by Jacques Passy, and a combination that worked for them. Kimari Rogers, Tishan Hanley, Roy Nelson as well, the number 11. A three-man attack, changed the formation and brought that equalizer. Jacques Passy just issuing instructions there to stick to this.
He wants a draw. He doesn't want to lose this game. Yet they're in the ascendancy. You should expect him to be saying, come on, let's push forwards. Let's go for the win. They have got them rocking. They've got them on their heels here. He just wants his side to completely calm down, but he knows that he doesn't want to be exposed again.
It's only their 4th game this year. They surely should be looking for a win on this occasion. Meanwhile, Mauritius are looking for a win of their own. Palace on the left-hand side. Chiffon had created the option on the left. Kevin Brew, Dawza on the right. Crosses it in, easily dealt with by St. Kitts.
Such a poor ball in there. Kevin Brew was making the run again. Just slot it back into him. Let your playmaker make play.
Fantastic. 5 minutes of added time for Francisco Filio's side to break that winless streak. And possibly for St. Kitts and Nevis, despite the instructions we've seen from Jacques Passy, to win only their 2nd game this year.
The bench here, they're just complaining, St. Kitts and Nevis. Where have you got 5 minutes from? The ones that are in the ascendancy at the moment.
Nelson with the ball.
There'll be 5 minutes of added time.
Johannes Mitchum moved forward with purpose on that occasion, just didn't have enough options on either side. Good defending by Mauritius on that occasion. Not for the first time in this half, at least, a high back line from St. Kitts to bring the ball back into Mauritius's half.
Just this inexperience from Mauritius. You can just see playing at this level. You can see why they're ranked where they are. They just can't kill games off. They're just lacking that cutting edge up front. And that just seems to have been their problems. At the back, yeah, okay, the boys are quick, they're skillful. You know, they're quite solid, to be fair to them. And the 2 fullbacks love to get forwards. But they just miss that little bit, that's all.
Shot from Nelson on that occasion. Sails over the bar again.
Is that what you call it? That was poor. That's really, really poor from Nelson. He's in a great position there, and he just wastes the opportunity of either a decent cross or at least trying to hit the target.
Jacques Passy just saying, keep the ball. Roughly 2.5 minutes still to go in this encounter. The 2nd match of the Hero Tri-Nation Series. The first match was played between Stephen Constantine's men and Mauritius. Game that India won 2-1 after going a goal down, and Mauritius have once again not being able to hold on to the lead as Rangasamy has other ideas. And a foul comes from Clyde Mitchum.
And this will be dangerous because, you know, Kevin Brew couldn't deliver quality. So right at the death, we may have another little twist of the tail. If you looked at the full 90 minutes, Mauritius should have won this game. But you can't knock the way that St. Kitts have had a go in this second 45 minutes. They took the game to Mauritius.
Could have, should have certainly had a penalty, but that's gone now. Minute and a half to go. Kevin Brew with the free kick. Jamal Jeffers makes a mistake, and Rangasamy couldn't convert it, just as he couldn't against India in the dying minutes of the game.
They just lack that little bit of third. It's awful goalkeeping because he's just spilt it straight into Rangasamy. You'll see it from this angle. He just skips in front of him, just at full stretch and just lunging. Well, they will look back on this and they will say to themselves, we should have won.
Here's another mistake, but luckily the keeper's there to make amends. Ishan Hanley was there lurking around. The defense was just passing it around amongst themselves. Mitchum. Chips forward. Again looking for Winstrow and Nelson on that occasion. That's the hero of the match, Sarah, who started proceedings in the 19th minute for Mauritius and still doing it all on his own almost. Rangasamy's got plenty of space to deliver a good cross. Delivers a grounded one which is dealt with ever so easily by the man who's been in peak form in the centre of defence for St. Kitts. Springer.
Just come on, you expect a quality ball into the box there. Again, what did we say? That final third is what lets them down.
Shot from distance sails over. Jamal Jeffers, no problems whatsoever. Jacques Passy will breathe a sigh of relief, and Francisco Filio knows that this tour of India could have looked so different.
It could have done, and it should have done in this one. They should really have won this game with the opportunities and chances they've had. However, they haven't managed to see things through, so they'll go home with the draw. That's it.
That's the final whistle from CR Sri Krishna, and that means Jacques Passy's team, who were expected to stage a comeback given the fact that they were superior in rankings and experience as well, managed to do just that. Kimari Rogers coming up with a goal 3 minutes from full time, which cancelled out Jean Sarah's effort in the first half, and as a